Welcome to Wonderland Sweden. My name's Rebecca and I create educational tools with the help of my XTool P2 and Creative Space. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's begin. Hi and welcome to the new beta version of Creative Space by Xtool. So I use this for my P2. As you can see, it's not connected at the moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some educational flowers. So basically I've started now. So I've created a rectangle with a radius of 10, and that gives these smoother corners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I did the names to make sure that the names are in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to engrave the black and on the front, and then I'm going to flip them, put them back in the same place so it's like a jig, and then I'm going to engrave the name in blue. So basically I've got the bluebells. So what we need to do is we need to highlight them all. So we've got highlighted the rectangle, the flower, and the letters. So what we need to do is we need to click on this, looks like a grid graph, horizontal align center, so you can see they're in the middle, and then vertical align center. And then you just move that out of the way. These are actually imported from Canva, both the flowers and the letters. So when I imported them, then they were individual letters, as you can see. So if I was to do that, to highlight those, highlight that, and highlight that, and put it in the horizontal align center and vertical align center, you can see that the letters would no longer be a word anymore. They're just all ended up on top of each other in the middle. So what we need to do is to make sure that if they are individual letters, like you can see they are here, then you highlight them, right click, and group. And the same with the flower as well. Some of the flowers were not grouped. So what you can do is if they are different pieces in an SVG, so you can click on that, and then it usually comes up with combine, unite, but these are already combined, so I don't need to do that. So basically align, horizontal align center, you can see move the line a tiny little bit to the center, and then vertical align center. And as you can see, the whole rectangle moves a little bit. You can move that back up, and the same with this one. Don't ask me what it's called in English. I can't remember, winter something. I know that much. So basically you've got this. So now you can see that they're placed a little bit random on the board. So what we could do is group like this and move them so that they're evenly spaced on the board. Otherwise you can just highlight the three of them. But sometimes you don't want to make mistakes, so it's easier to group so you don't lose any pieces along the way. Especially when making things that are large on the laser bed. So basically we've got our flowers here. So as you can see, I've used 3 different colours to make it easier to stand out what they are, so then you can turn them on and off. So the black is the flowers, the red is often symbolises cut, and I usually use blue for letters, so then I know. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we choose the bed. So I'm choosing slats flat, and the material pine plywood. So they have the thickness 3mm. So I'll check that later when I put the actual wood in. So basically what we do is we click on at the bottom left. You can see the layers. It's actually quite easy with these 3 colours here. So blue, like I said, is the text, and it's automatically chosen engrave, the reference. So you can see it's 15% power and 200 millimeters per second speed, and it's only going to do it in one pass. So as you can see, it would be a little bit strange if I did both the blue and the black layers together on the same side as the wood. So what we need to do, as you can see, when you click on this at the bottom left, then it highlights all of the blue. So what we need to make sure is that it no longer is an output, so it's now an. So we now take away that, so we don't have to worry about that on the first layer. Then we have the black, engrave, yes. Let's have a look what score might look like. So as you can see, it's not filled in with the score. So engrave. So then we get a little bit more detail on the crocus. And the reference is 15 and speed 200. So Xtool in the new update, they've done an easy set panel. So if you click on that, then you can see a visual diagram of on a test grid of how your settings will maybe look in the future when you do it. So basically, if you want to, on the x-axis you've got the power, and the y-axis you've got the speed. So you can change actually on the grid the power and the speed just by clicking on it. So if you want to keep the power the same but decrease the speed, then you will get a darker result. And then obviously the darkest result on this grid is where they've got the highest power and the lowest speed. I can see now here I've got two little pieces here that have escaped from when I've not grouped the design. Basically I can highlight all of them. They're hiding in there somewhere tiny, so just delete those. Yeah, so I think I'm ready to go now. You can actually press on process now. Without it being plugged in and connected. So it'll show you, look, the blue, the lettering has disappeared. So it's going to ignore that. And now it shows you laser module trajectory, the processing path, and the laser module position. This is a new pop-up. And to make these 9 flowers, will take an estimated 39 minutes. And you can have a look in a timeline of how it's going to engrave it. So now there's not that big of a need to group and unite things. So maybe I know that these are more than one piece and there's more detail, but now they will do it in one go from top to bottom without having to go up and down and up and down. So you can just press start and it'll start engraving. Thanks for watching. I've only just downloaded the beta version of Creative Space. I've not actually had a chance to play with it, so I've just been learning as I've been going along doing this video, but it is a bit different with the layout, but it's got some features that are amazing for productivity and for time management as well. Thank you.